the Brooklyn Nets announced that Ben Simmons will be out for the remainder of this season while he consults with specialists and explores treatment options for the nerve impingement in his lower back. And to say that this was surprising would be an outright lie. You could kind of see that this was where it was going to head, especially if you've been following Ben Simmons, his whole career, and really the last 3 years, if there is even a career to follow, because Ben Simmons has only played 57 games since the infamous Game 7 against the Atlanta Hawks and the pass where he passed up a dunk and could have just dunked on Trae Young. He has only played 57 games since then. The 2021-22 season, he held out / quit on the Sixers, and that's what he did. He quit on the Sixers. Also, definitely had some mental health stuff going on. Then the back injury cropped up, right before he got traded to the Brooklyn Nets. And then last year, only played 42 games. And then this year, the first 5 games, 6 games of the season, or at least 6 out of the 7 games that he did play, Nets fans were doing the thing that I witnessed me and other Sixer fans did during Ben Simmons' career at one point. You see the near triple doubles, the double-digit points, rebounds, and assists, and you're like, oh, this guy is amazing. You could build an offense around him, etc. And then he just misses an entire string of games with, the nerve impingement in his back and the lower leg thing. And there is I don't want to say debate, but there are definitely 2 sides of this coin. There are 2 crowds of people who, one, believe the injuries are legitimate, and then the other side is, obviously you wonder how much he is in his own head and how much he is right mentally. Fall somewhere down in the middle of this. Shocking. I know it's boring, but I truly believe that. I also don't want to play psychoanalyst on a player, but you could tell even going back to, even the shooting stuff, going on in Philadelphia and how he just wouldn't shoot jumpers or anything like that. There was definitely a mental component to it, but now it just seems like his body, along with his mind, is just betraying him. And I was usually a pro Simmons guy. You can go to the early stages of my YouTube channel. I was very much a pro Ben Simmons guy, but it is very clear that, one, he was always a limited offensive player in that you can't really rely on him to score off the dribble if you want him to be your point guard. All-world defender, very good passer, and I think as time has gone on, people have realized he wasn't the transcendent passer he was made out to be coming out of LSU, especially, I was one of those guys who also thought that. But either way, one, I hope the people who say the Sixers got fleeced in the Ben Simmons-James Harden trade are feeling incredibly dumb right now. 2, everybody's asked this question, and I'd be lying if I said that I wasn't wondering this as well. When his contract is up after next season, is this going to be the end of Ben Simmons' career? Because no matter how you slice it, he's only played 57 games in 3 years. He is going to be coming off of a near max extension, basically. Next year, he's making $40 million. $40 million. He has made over $105 million the last 3 seasons and has only played 57 games total. And he's a player who hasn't improved at all offensively. People will look at the assist and be like, well, he's still a good passer. When you watch Ben Simmons play, and it wasn't often this year, and, I happen to catch a lot of those games, his passes are, once he gets past the half-court line, he'll just do a dribble handoff with a trail shooter or a dribble handoff with a guard. He doesn't pass people open anymore. He doesn't really make advanced reads anymore. His limited ability to score allows defenses to play him a certain way and just play for the pass. So he can't really pass out of the post. You can't really run pick and roll for him because he is not a threat at all to score off the dribble. And therefore, the passing windows that come from that close as well. And in the half court, he won't look at the rim, won't shoot layups, still won't shoot left-handed layups. And now, over the last few seasons, he has clearly developed a fear of going to the free throw line. It's just clear as day. Ben Simmons, over the last 2 seasons, has taken 72 free throws. Last season, there is a 15-game stretch from about the end of November to early January where Ben Simmons only made 1 free throw. Yeah. The guy is just a fatally flawed offensive player. And it was somehow masked in Philadelphia, and he was also just a much more better and confident player. But the same problems persisted. He just won't get downhill, not aggressive, won't finish with his left, etc. And I just wonder if after next season, will that be the last season of Ben Simmons' career? Because no team is going to want to, bring all that baggage on as much as, I hate to call it baggage, but that's how teams are going to look at it. If you sign him, if you want him to be effective, you're going to have to cater your offense to build around him. And we've all seen the ceiling of that. I just don't know what's next for Ben Simmons. I really don't. And he was a good player. I want to emphasize this. He was a damn good player. 16, 8, and 8 his rookie year. As far as his focus and being locked in defensively, that focus improved year by year, and he eventually became a first-team all-defensive guy. Was in conversations for Defensive Player of the Year, finished second in the 2020-21 season. He was a good player. But that player no longer exists. I don't know if it's ever coming back. And really, I don't even know what team is going to give him a chance after the 24-25 season for us to, 1, even know the answer to that question, and 2, find out if there's even a percentage of that player left within him.